Today on Alex and Caleb Creations, we get an inside look at Student Government Senator Cody Woodruff's office, grab a sneak peek of what student government can do for you, and Alex and Caleb show off a little bit of their knowledge. Starring Alex, and Caleb, and Alex, and Caleb. Guest starring Cody Woodruff.
Come on an adventure, explore with Alex and Caleb. We take great pleasure to show you things that are great. And though we may make some silly mistakes, we hope you enjoy what we have made. Come explore with Alex and Caleb. Hi guys, so this week we decided to catch up with our good friend Cody Woodruff.
He's a student government senator that dedicates his life serving the students of Iowa State.
So let's go catch up with Cody.
The Student Government Office, which we're in right now, is located in the Memorial Union in the West Student Office space, so it's in part of the MU, and our office is actually in the very back. We're kind of hidden away from the students, so it's tough for a lot of people to find. But this is where a lot of our senators and cabinet members and other at-large members in student government spend a lot of our time, both working on student government issues and more often than not, just talking with one another and getting to know one another and spending time together. So this is part of where the sausage gets made, I suppose, and where we have a lot of our committee meetings and such like that.
And now Cody's going to tell us a little bit about how meetings are run.
Our Senate meetings are Wednesdays at 7 p.m. every single week, always in the Campanile room of the MU, which is just one floor upstairs. And they start almost exactly at 7 p.m. And so the Vice President, Wanda Maloney, hammers in with his gavel, gets us going. Then we just take roll call, pledge of allegiance, and we kind of go from there. We usually invite certain individuals or groups from around campus to speak to us for our program. And then we have an opportunity called Open Forum, where any student who wants to can come and speak to us for up to 5 minutes about any issue that's pertaining to them or that they want to bring to our attention. And then from there we move into the main action, which is bills and funding and resolutions that student government is debating, and that's where most of our time is spent on the pieces of legislation in front of us. And then once we complete those, we just have closing announcements, which are pretty simple and straightforward, and then we end our meetings.
Alright guys, so you got to hear a little bit about what Cody does and how the meetings run. So now to celebrate, we decided to play a fun game that revolves around the presidents of the United States.
So here's how the game works. We've assigned each of the different cards in each suit, so we have 4 opportunities to get the card. One of our favorite presidents. So we have 13 favorite presidents. Sure, good enough.
Thriving, guys. You're thriving.
So after we draw the card, we're going to try and guess the number that the president is, and then we're going to try and say some sort of cool fact about each one.
So let's get started. Alright guys, so I'm going to start first. I'm going to have Alex drive. Also, for the sake of time, we picked 13 presidents, but we're only going to do 4. So, yeah, cool. Alright, Alex, pick one for me.
Ace.
The ace is James Madison. So, do you know the number? Like not his ranking, but like where he came up.
What number president he was?
Yeah, what number president he was? Is that correct?
So, let's see. George Washington was number 1.
Yeah.
That means James Madison had to be number 5.
I have to hold on.
We'll edit this out.
That's actually correct.
Wow.
That is impressive. I'll give it to you. Okay, I'm gonna say an interesting fact about James Madison. Let's see if I know one. His initials were JM.
That's your interesting fact.
You have a better one?
You can make it up.
I could have.
All right. Now you get to draw.
Okay. It is the 2 of diamonds.
From my calculations, that would be Abraham Lincoln. So now, what president was Abraham Lincoln?
Actually, no, 16.
16. Was it?
It was 16.
It was 16. And for the fun fact, so everybody knows Abraham Lincoln by Honest Abe, but they don't really understand what that means. You see, he was brutally honest with everybody, including his cat. Wow.
I think you should keep going with it.
I just don't think you should start this whole fucking thing.
Yeah, no, he should keep going. I think, don't you guys agree? He should keep going with it. Keep going with it. Where are you gonna go with this? Continue going.
Sorry guys, it's late.
I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this guy.
Anyway.
So basically, all you need to know is that he was brutally honest with his cat.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it is my turn.
Are you sure?
I am 100% sure. So it is.
Let's do this. Give me a
Alright,
card.
Alex, pick a card.
It's a 10.
10. Alright. Number 10. We are looking to find some information about William Howard Taft. Tell me what you know.
Well, honestly, since I'm picking the number in the order, I know George Washington was the first.
Clearly.
And we just learned James Madison was the 5th. Abraham Lincoln's the 16th.
Yes.
We've had 45. Mo Bamba was 44. So that makes Taft somewhere in there.
That's a
I would say
that's a good way to narrow it down.
he's somewhere in between number 1 and 45. That's what
I'm gonna give it to you, but to be more specific, Taft was, oh my goodness,
number
27.
right there. The whole.
It was right. Wow. Proud of him. Proud of him.
What are you gonna tell me about Taft?
Did you know that Taft got stuck in a bathtub? Like literally stuck in a bathtub.
I got stuck in a bathtub once.
Yeah, but I highly doubt it's because you were so fat.
No, I
that
just
you
fell
got stuck.
asleep.
You just fell asleep.
Yeah.
A little different. Like he had to be like removed forcibly, not by his choice.
Butter him up.
Literally, honestly, that would have been a good idea. Like I seriously think he was like stuck. But yeah, that's your interesting fact about William Howard Taft.
Butter my butt and get me out of the tub.
Literally butters my egg rolls.
Alright, Caleb, so this is how this is gonna work. For your president, I'm gonna flip through this deck. You're gonna tell me when to stop, and the top card is gonna be your card. You ready?
I can do that, yeah.
You sure you don't want that one?
I'm sure.
Keep going.
Just a little bit. Stop! Oh.
Not that one.
Proud of you. I have an 8. Sorry. I have an 8.
And an 8 means we're gonna talk about James A. Garfield.
Ooh.
Not the cat.
Not the guy. Okay, so is he like, another one?
He's like somewhere in between number 1 and 45.
I'm sorry, what was it? I feel like he's in like the 20s or 30s.
You're warmer.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I know this off the top of my head. He's number 20.
20, exactly?
Exactly, 20.
Fair enough.
Check.
Tell me, okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he is 20. Also, I almost died, guys. Hold on, we're about to readjust my life. Okay, here we go.
Anyway, so now that Caleb's back in his chair, a fun fact about Garfield the cat is that he was actually named after Garfield the president, who was Jim Davis, the comic strips writer, his grandfather.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so we can talk about both the cat and the president all in one.
All in one. It's like the same person. Though, would he be calling his grandfather fat then and lazy?
I mean, he was the president of the United States.
I feel like he low-key must have had like a grudge. Because Garfield doesn't have the best image. Who knows? I don't know.
Jim, if you're out there watching this, which you probably aren't,
We don't know. He could be. Hi, Jim.
let us know.
Alright guys, so thanks for tuning into our game. Make sure you stay up to date on our podcast that is coming out on Wednesday. And you won't want to miss our video about the fun activity that we did with Cody Woodruff that's going to be coming out on Friday.
And stay up to date on our personal lives, as well as who we're going to be bringing on for the next videos by following our Instagram and liking our Facebook page.
Bye guys!
See ya.
What's up guys? Make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell so you know anytime we post a new video. And if you want to hear our weekly podcast, make sure you follow our SoundCloud. It's Alex and Caleb Creations, and you're really going to want to make sure you keep up to date on that so you can hear all the amazing things that our guests have to say.
If you want to keep up to date on our personal lives and when we're posting new videos and who we're going to be interviewing, make sure you follow our social media. Alex and Caleb Creations on Instagram, and we have a Facebook page. Like them both.
Alright, see you guys.
See ya.